What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Friendsgiving just happened in my life. My life right now is pretty solitary. Because I'm working, like I'm either painting or doing Photoshop or editing the video from paintings that I've done. Doing this podcast every Sunday from the moment I wake up till pretty much the moment I go to sleep. I'm producing this show. Aside from my roommates who live here, my best friend who put on the Friendsgiving is one of my roommates. And so I see her and she has a 6-year-old. And then there's another roommate. So there's I get mild interaction with humans now and then. I also drive rideshare, so I spend a few minutes with strangers on a regular basis, but not really. I'm not going out partying. I don't eat out. I don't don't go to parties at all. So this is like one of the times of year where I actually socialize with people, and I'm familiar with all of the people that came over. They're all friends, not really directly with me, but friends through my friend Rochelle, and so they're good people. No drama. There was last year. There was a little bit of drama. There was a dude that kind of felt very comfortable talking about his white supremacist propaganda. Which was pretty interesting. It's kind of interesting to see how some people act when they get drunk. And he was just a very angry person and angry at a lot of people. He didn't show up this year, so that was pretty nice. But so everybody here was pretty drama free. Good stuff. My friend makes prime rib, and then everybody else brings kind of a dish. So there was a lot of great food. The prime rib was delicious. I love dead flesh. And then there was also a gift exchange where the idea was to bring a gift that you got at the dollar store. So for me, when I went to the dollar store, I for whatever reason they had a big bin out by the registers full of DVDs, which kind of old technology, but still. And one of them, there was a lot of it's like on a single DVD they had multiple movies, and one of them was Ernest, from the Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, all the Ernest Saves Christmas, all the different Ernest movies that came out in the 80s. I think most of them came out in the 80s. Ernest Goes to Camp, probably one of my favorites of the Ernest series, but I haven't watched them. I don't know how well they hold up. They can't hold up. But this one was Ernest movies that I had never even heard of. Ernest Goes to Africa, which I can't imagine holding up today. Just the humor from back then, versus like in today's, we've evolved so much as a society as far as what we consider to be politically correct. I can't imagine Ernest Goes to Africa holding up. And then another one was like Ernest Goes in the Army or something like that. So actually, Ernest movies that I'd be really curious to watch myself, but it was only $1. And while I was going to the checkout, they were selling bags of unicorn poop, which is basically like colorful poop-shaped marshmallows. So I figured I'd get that, and I thought I was breaking the rules getting two things. I thought I was only supposed to spend $1, and some people spent a lot more. A lot more, as in like $8 may have been the maximum. And then to wrap up my gift, last gift exchange, I got a 2-pack of adult diapers, Depends, which I was going to use at some point to just try out to see what it's like to use, to pee in them. I wouldn't poop in them, but just to kind of see what it feels like to pee in a diaper. But I didn't use them, so I used one of them to wrap the gift, which when everybody was showing up and everybody had their gift bags with their little tissue paper in it. Nobody really wraps anything anymore. So everybody had little gift bags, and I had it looked like a full diaper um, as the gift, which I enjoyed. I enjoy standing out, and it stood out. And the guy that won the gift, that got that gift, was probably the perfect person, probably the one to appreciate and actually watch those Ernest movies. But yeah, I definitely would want to watch those. And the gift I got I got a couple mugs, couple like winter themed seasonal mugs, which is nice. I have like 3 vessels. They're all the stainless steel kind of, reusable. I have 2 big ones like this one, and then a smaller tumbler one that looks like a wine glass that I use for my alcohol. And that's it. Those are the only 3 glasses I have. So now I have 2 mugs, unless I decide to re-gift them. But yeah, it's fun. It's no pressure really. And then after we did the gift exchange, I think there's a little fire pit out in the patio that we all kind of went outside. A lot of conversations, smoked some weed, just kind of a fun time. Kind of a fun time. Really nice. I drank way too much. I decided I was going to drink beer because if I did hard alcohol, I just drink way too much when I'm around people. It just helps me loosen up. But then I just get on a roll and I just don't think about it. So I thought, to be safe, that I don't screw myself over today, because that was yesterday, the Friendsgiving, as I record this on a Sunday. I just got a 12-pack of beer, and I crushed that 12-pack, and then ended up dipping into, there was one specialty beer that somebody brought that was like a peanut butter, like it's like, if any beer was ever a dessert beer, this would be it. It tasted like peanut butter cookie dough, but in beer form. Like, it had a heavier weight to it, like an IPA kind of a thing, but not the taste of IPA. IPAs have a pretty disgusting taste. But it was just, heavy. You're not drinking a lot of these. I only had one. But it was delicious. One of the most delicious. I don't even know what it was called. But it was a really nice end to the night beer, pretty much. But yeah, it was fun stuff. It was fun stuff. I enjoyed it. I hope I don't know, like, I don't celebrate anything this time of year. Is kind of rough for me. Emotionally, I kind of go up and down. But it was nice to kind of just unplug, and it screwed me up today, man. Let me tell you, because I didn't get to watch the fights last night, because Saturday, it wasn't a big fight card, so I didn't mind missing it. But I did want to see. I still wanted to watch them, because Tuesdays are my MMA day podcast. So it took me most of this morning to try and find the UFC fights, and then I had to, allegedly use nefarious means to acquire them, because, as I said on Tuesday's episode, the ESPN app is just worthless. You have to have ESPN service through your cable company to watch stuff that's broadcast on quote-unquote ESPN. And then there's different broadcasts that are on ESPN Plus, but that you can just watch through the app. But to watch ESPN content, you also have to have a cable subscription, which is something that I haven't had for like 13 years, 14 years. So I couldn't get them through the Fight Pass. I couldn't. There was all of the ways that I usually get stuff, but I usually watch them live. So maybe that's the difference, is that having to watch it the next day is a little bit tougher. But I was able to get them and watch the fights. So this is like the latest I've gone recording, and but it was fun. It was worth it, and I enjoyed it. And I hope everybody has a great holiday season. All right. So that's it for this episode. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at inspireddisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!